Hi.
Hello. So I'm Keith, and this is my dad, Kerwin. We're from Father Son Galaxy.
Hi, Adria.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Thank
good
you
to
for
be-
saying my name so beautifully.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes.
So nice to meet you.
So I have the first question, which is, how'd you find out about the role in Andor, and how long did it take you to get, the offer to play Bix Caleen in Andor?
I love that question because it's a crazy one. I auditioned knowing that it was Star Wars. I feel like you could kind of sense that in the script. You're like, oh, this feels like it's in a galaxy far, far away. There's no way that it's not. And I read for it, and then I went in. They tested me in London. I flew to London, and I'm so nervous. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, and as a fan, I really didn't want to mess it up. And I went in. I did the scene with Diego, and no, before that, I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I don't know if I should go. I'm so scared. I was in Paris at the time. It was middle of the pandemic. I'm like, I don't know what this COVID thing is. What is it? And my mom told me, Adria, you could be a swan and swim in a lake of poo-poo and not be stained. Let the force be with you, my daughter. And she hung up the phone on me, which, if you know, moms don't hang up the phone ever. They like to stay on the phone for hours. And I was so impressed by that. I was like, I guess I'm going. I ended up going to London. I was nervous. I sit down. I have the scene with Diego, the first scene that you see Bix in. I have that scene with him. Tony tells him to leave the room. And then I have another scene. And then he stays quiet in the room. And I'm like, I messed up. I completely messed up. And then he looks at me and goes, welcome to Star Wars. So there was no, it was like, wait, what? I'm in? I got the job? And it was so confusing. And I feel like he changed my life within 5 minutes. And that's really all it took. And he, when you audition for Star Wars, there's so many protocols that you have to go through. And he just does things different.
That's an incredible story. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. So Star Wars is about family and community. You know that as a Star Wars fan. Could you provide any examples about how the people of Ferrix have come together to support each other during a time of war?
Yeah, I feel like in Ferrix, there's a camaraderie. There's you can tell by when you're in Ferrix that there's no socially, economically, they're all the same. Everyone, no one's better than anybody else. No one's succeeding more. It's about exchanging. It's about partnership. It's about camaraderie, right? And I think that when they're at a cusp of a revolution, which is at the point in history where they are at, I think everyone starts, their moral compass sort of starts getting questioned, right? It's like, am I going to be part of the movement? Am I not going to be part of it? Am I going to be brave? Am I going to do, where do I stand, or where's my place in this? And I think you don't mess with people from Ferrix. You just don't. They're too tight. And I think there's a deep thing culturally that if you're from Ferrix, you're from Ferrix. You do things different. You act things different. You don't take a no. You were very against oppression because they're so used to being kind of ignored by the empire that now, if they come in, they're like, wait, hold on a second. This doesn't feel right. And they're secretive, and they have a way of communicating that no one kind of can figure out, not even the empire.
Can you tell us a little more about your character and Andor's character?
Yeah, Bix is a old friend of Cassian Andor's, and you can feel it. Like when they first meet, you feel that there's tension, you feel that there's history. Trust has been broken and rebuilt, and Bix is finally she's the owner of her sow yard. She's a boss woman. She is, she loves her job. She's in a relationship with someone that feels safe. It's like the love of your life and for your life. This is for her life. He's good, stable, and then she's hopped off the Cassian roller coaster because he always leaves, right? He comes in and then leaves, and then when he does come, it's like, oh man, he's here again. And she's a good friend, and she loves him dearly. And maybe if timing would have been on their side, maybe they would have been a wonderful couple. Who knows? And when he asks for her help, she says yes, knowing that it's for her own detriment. And I think that's when Bix realizes the definition of bravery. Bravery means putting someone else's needs sometimes in front of yours, especially in this moment.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but your fan base is already growing. We are rooting for you. We love the character, what we've seen so far in the trailer. So we can't wait to learn more about you. And we wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was lovely talking with both of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye-bye.